Okay.
This story is called A Royal Ride, Catherine the Great's Great Invention by Kristen Fulton and Lucy Fleming. Catherine the Great, Empress of Russia, wasn't born in Russia, but she loved everything about the country. Catherine believed that everyone should be educated, not just boys or the wealthy. She formed the first school for girls in Russia, and she sponsored the University of Moscow. Learning about art, culture, and the history of Russia was important to all the citizens, so Catherine directed the building of the Hermitage Museum. But when winter came, Catherine's mind sometimes wandered. Snowflakes falling, temperatures dropping, and the icy mantle that covered the land, she loved it all. She found it hard to concentrate because the beginning of winter meant ice slides. People lined the streets of St. Petersburg waiting for the royal sign. A wave of Catherine's hand would declare ice slide season officially open. In her jeweled tiara and tapestry gown, Catherine rushed to her own private slide. She climbed the steep ladder and nestled onto her sled. With the reins held tight, she bolted, barreled, and breezed 600 feet down a solid sheet of ice. But every spring the fun came to an end. The sun shone so bright and hot that it melted the snow and ice, washing the slides away. There were no more daring descents or thrilling rides. For the next 6 months, the queen wondered, what would she do? Build a hospital? Open a theater? Write her memoirs? Catherine wanted more. She called her royal builders and made a most royal request. The builders had built schools, palaces, and museums under Catherine's order. But now she wanted them to build a new kind of slide. She wanted to sail through the air, and she didn't want to wait until winter. There's no ice. We can't. It's too hot. There had to be a way to soar in the sun. Grabbing parchment and quill, Catherine drew what she had imagined. Gilded beams and poles as high as a mountain, golden stairs that spiraled all the way to the top. With one last flourish, Catherine's design was complete. Giving the sketch to the builders, she ordered them to work. Day after day, the royal gardens filled with supplies and tools. From the palace, Catherine glanced, gazed, then glared. Wood? The builders couldn't use wood. There must be a mistake. Where was the gold she had envisioned? Where were the diamonds and the rubies befitting an empress? If she slid on wood, her royal bum would be filled with splinters and aches. Finally, one late summer day, her royal ride was ready. With her ladies-in-waiting trailing behind, Catherine rushed to the gardens. She was the first in line. She climbed 40 feet in the air. Catherine stopped to catch her breath. Then she climbed to the top amidst all the stairs. At the top, Catherine stared at her fandangled carriage. The gems glittered just for her. She was the Empress after all. Catherine took a deep breath, leaped in, and was ready to whirl. With a shove and the whoosh of the wind, Catherine plunged, plummeted, and plowed to the bottom. She rolled and coasted to the end of the track, her daring descent, the thrill of her ride. Catherine had no idea that her man-made Russian mountain was the world's first roller coaster. But Empress Catherine the Great, ruler of Russia, knew one thing for sure. She was ready to go again, and again, and again. How about you? Do you like to ride roller coasters like Catherine the Great?